The underdogs for this race, I think, will be Harry. I think TK Tom will definitely be an underdog, and I definitely think Will be an underdog as well. So we'll see what they can bring to the table. But by the looks of things, it actually looks like Fiery will be the first one on track. I will double check that, but the camera tape isn't changing. It will be Fiery B out on track first. The RB Visa cash up. And I'm really hoping these turns work. Oh. Already got an issue. Wait a second. Sorry, everyone. Edit layout. Delete that. Go to turn. Do that one. Actually, no. Sorry, everyone. Things have messed up already. It's very random, this. Oh, what the hell? I'll have to do. Save overlay. Boom. See if the turns work. I don't know if they're going to work today. It's a bit random. And Fiery B will take the last two turns, the S section going towards the checkered line, and Fiery B will begin to start his lap round about now. Fiery B sent into turn 1, nice and easy through there, into turn 2. Heading towards a sharp turn, goes a little bit wide there, doesn't stick towards the inside, but still on the racing line, into turn 4. And he's going to get DRS and probably deploy ERS down here. He's already deployed some ERS. And he's going to fully deploy, send 200 miles an hour into turn 6, sticking close to the hairpin. And he goes a little wide again, slows right down. And well, this will be where he deploys the ERS again. He is starting to deploy down the ERS straight here. And gliding into turn 9, setting it completely, he's flicking data button of the camera. And into the Maggots and Beckett's. A little bit slow through there, but there's still time to improve as we're on show qualifying. You'll have DRS and deploying ERS at the same time, sending the car to a max of 200 miles an hour down the straight. And flicking it straight into that corner, keeping the majority of his speed. Heading towards the final two turns, which is turn 16 and 17. And nice and easy through there, gliding through the corner like an eagle. And he will get across the finish line. Your next person across the line will be... It'll be Stag... Oh, he's on that lap, never mind. But Fiery B setting the example, 1 minute 30, but Fargem replies, so does Olaf. Safi goes third to Paul. And Harry sent it at 1 minute 28.2. Who was that? I've done that there. Let's have a look. Who's next? Will with a purple oh, never mind. Fiery B's invalidate his lap. The corners aren't strict today. Where am I? Staffy will need to be the next one down line with the purple sector 3. On the mind, it'll be RSF dead zone, purple sectors, 1 minute 33. Tango's still on out lap. NT's coming up the pits now. And Matthew will invalidate his lap as well. Raven the same. Stag also the same. Angel in pits and pardon me, Luke in pits as well. And we'll see who can improve amongst the top 8 at the moment, because there is definitely room for improvement. It looks like RF's dead zone is already after a flying start. However, he does green sector 1. Slightly slow into there. Deploying some ERS down the straight. There's a warning for... I don't know who that is. They haven't got the telemetry on. And he flicks into the corner. He goes wide. Doesn't validate though somehow. And into Maggots and Beckett's heading out of the straight. And he invalidates on that turn. Oh no. And so far your grid will be... what do you call him? Prince Harry, I'm sorry. Harry in P1, Olaf in P2, Fort Gem in P3, Staffy P4, Will and P5, the two Red Bulls together working alongside each other. 5B, 6, oh, dead zone in P7, and the rest set the grid, but Tango is heading out of Sector 1, down the long straight, applying ERS and DRS, taking the car to a maximum of 205 miles an hour. And nice and easy through there. Going to stick towards the inside. Goes a little bit wide, but still manages to maintain a lot of the pace. And it looks like he's going to take some ERS down here for the main straight out of Sector 3. Into Turn 9. Keeping on track still. This is where you have to watch out, because you can invalidate on Maggots and Beckett's, which is where he's going into now. And he just makes it. I mean, nearly invalidates it there. But, however, he's going to stay on track. And he's going to start deploying ERS and DRS down the main straight. I'll jump in if you want. Elaborate, please. The last two turns, 16 and 17. And Tango's time is going to be 1 minute 28. No, 1 minute 27.8. Taking him to provisional pole. If you want about commentary, Con, I'll definitely have you in, yeah. Tango setting the fastest lap of the race so far. NT out on an outlap, Matthew on an outlap, and Raven in pits. Stag is on an outlap, and Angel still in the pits, ironically. Not too sure he hasn't come out yet. Maybe he's got a penalty. But it's not Luke sending it into turn 16 and 17. Very, very far down with his ERS. And he's deployed all of it. He's got low fuel. He's going to send it 1 minute 28, taking over P6, just splitting the Red Bulls apart, which is Staffy and Will. Let's see how this affects our game plan. Heading into the main race, 9 minutes off from qualifying. And NT starts his main lap now. Into turn 2. The half's given way. Nice and easy for that turn. Angel has joined back, he did disconnect. And NT heading down the main straight. Will the car ahead give way for NT to set his first lap of the race? I believe he has invalidated quite a lot, but he will head into turn 7. Losing a lot of speed on that there. Not what you want ideally. But will he make up for it in turn 8? And the car ahead still on an outlap. On a lap, sorry. And NT will overtake there. Heading into Maggots and Beckett's. And he invalidates. Invalidates on Maggots and Beckett's, everyone. You need to be careful for that part of the track. Matthew will also invalidate Raven on an outlap, but has invalidated it. And Stag heading into turn 6 now. Around a slight little curve, and the curve again into turn 7. And he maintains a lot of his pace there. Maximum of 87 miles per hour around that turn. Going into turn 8 now. Deploying a lot of ERS down here. And just keeps it nice and easy on that little curve bit there, where a lot of people seem to go off the track. But heading into Maggots and Beckett's now. Will he invalidate the lap? No, he won't. He's going to manage to keep it on the track. Heading into turn 40 now. This is where he's going to come down the main straight. And he's deploying the living hell out of ERS here. And he's going to be able to actually maintain some for the end bit, which he can push on. And he's heading into turn 60 and into 17 now. And he's complete out ERS now, so he's going to have to rely on his technique getting around this final corner. Not going to hit the hairpin turn watch. He's going to get a 1 minute 29, take him to P8, right below Will. And we'll go back on board with NT. Still trying to get that lap in, still trying to make the most of it, heading into Maggots and Beckett to invalidate the last 2 times, and he's going to manage to keep it on track here, and he's going to do it again. He's managed to keep it on track, and he's going to deploy his ERS and DRS, but the car ahead has to give way, and it doesn't look like the car ahead's going to give way, and that might be an invalidation from the car ahead, which will be, it might be Raven, I'm not too sure, but we'll head on board back with NT. Heading into turn 18. He's going to get a 1 minute 29. That would have been a better lap. However, the Haas did get in the way. And FIA will definitely be reviewing that. Matthew heading into the final 2 turns now. Low on fuel. His lap time is going to be 1 minute 31.6. 31.7 actually, sorry. But Raven's still looking to make an improvement here. And he heads slightly wide, losing a lot of speed. Heading out to turn 17 with a maximum of 73 miles an hour. And going into turn 8. He's going to deploy some more ERS here. Doesn't look like it. And he turns into that corner, flicks into the corner very nicely. Now heading into Maggots and Beckett's now, the place where everyone seems to invalidate. And he's just going to fire into the corner. He invalidates again. Angel are now on a lap. The last 2 remaining cars on the grid haven't set a lap time. Raven seeming struggling, but Angel could be the one to bring it back for the Haas team. And Angel will begin his lap heading into turn 2, absolutely flaming at the hell out of ERS. And flicking into the corner nicely, nearly going what a 2 wide there, sticking to the race line. Heading into turn 5, going to apply some ERS and DRS down here as well. Very low on ERS, he's going to have to start building it back up here, but he's going to flick slightly into this corner, go slightly off track, and he goes off track. It's going to cost him some time. He purpled sector 1 though. He's not going to purple sector 2 though. The only way he can save it is deploying ERS down here, but he's going to risk not having much. And flicking right into that corner, keeping on track nice and easy, heading into Maggots and Beckett's, a place where everyone seems to be invalidated at the moment. And Angel will ride the hairpins. Nice and easy through there, keeping a lot of speed. Goes slightly off track, but he keeps it in the track limits. He got a yellow sector 2. Still not deploying any ERS, which is a little bit concerning, considering he could improve here. Flicking in that corner as well. Turn 15, now ahead to turn 16. Hitting that hairpin, it's going to cost him some time right there. And weirdly enough, he deploys ERS on the last 2 turns, which is a little bit weird, but Angel will get a 1 minute 31.1. Still room for improvement. Raven will be in the pit, the same as Matthew. And we'll stick on board with Angel because I believe he could improve here. He's going to deploy ERS down here at Staffy's left. There goes. This doesn't look like it's going to improve here neither. Don't think it's going to. And CT Tangle still provisional pole for the qualifying session today. Don't think there's long left on the session. It's 2 minutes left on the session. Get your laps in now. Raven, you've got to get out the pits and get yourself a lap time, mate. Tango just cruising around the track, feeling very comfortable with his lap time, but Harry actually seems to be right on the tail of Tango. Harry is making his debut today in Tier 2, so far promising. All we ask is that we do clean driving. And he isn't deploying ERS. Bit worrying. Oh, he's on outlap, that's why. Right there, but Olaf right behind the kick driver in Maggots Beckett's. There's three right there, holy. I'll be Angel lagging. Olaf looking to make an improvement. 2 yellow sectors. Don't think there's going to be an improvement here. Heading into turn 16, now into turn 17. There's no improvement there from Olaf. Gem is the next one to go across the line with 1 minute 28.2, taking P3 from Olaf. And Staffy on an outlap with 1 minute 10 seconds left to go. He will make it towards the finish line. I believe actually mightn't. He might actually just make it. If he's quick, yeah, he's going to make it. 1 minute left on the clock. It's going to be very close if he makes it. 45 seconds. And then Maggots and Beckett absolutely flying around these corners. 30 seconds remaining. Anyone know when the new update is out for the new cars? No one really knows. Will with 1 minute 27.7. Holy, that is quick. Will is now your new provisional pole leader. And Staffy just makes it with 10 seconds left. Holy crap. Head on board with Staffy now. Staffy needing to make an improvement this lap to get P4 at least, or P5. And Staffy just sending it into turn 3. Keeping on the race lane. There's a little bit of slide there from the back end. And this is where Staffy's going to deploy ARS, but no DRS, which is wild. And flicking it in that corner. Heading into turn 7. Harry with a new time of 1 minute 27.6. Harry is now your new provisional pole leader. And Staffy is green sector 1. He's going to flick into the turn 9, heading into Maggots and Beckett. This is where it's most important for Staffy to improve on. And he goes there. And he flicks into turn 12, into turn 13. He slows down a little bit, but he still keeps on track. Is this an improvement? And it's a green sector 2. Don't know if he's going to improve in go-up position. And he's just applying DRS down here. And he flicks into turn 15. Into turn 16, into turn 17. This doesn't matter more. He goes a little bit wide. Into turn 17. Is there an improvement? I don't know if there was. And he goes to 3rd. Staffy goes to 3rd. And there you have it, folks. There is your times there. What? Staffy 1 minute 27.8. That is his new time. I do need to get a screenshot here. And send that to Tom. I can't actually scroll down. Oh, yeah. I need to send it to you, Tom. I need to send it to you, Tom. Where are you? Boom. Shift S. Just take it again. Tom didn't send one. He got disqualified. Please don't call me Daddy Tom, as we had. Right, it'll be formation lap. So I will not talk. I'm just going to let them do the formation lap because I have absolutely annihilated my vocal cords. Yeah, it's tier 2. It's tier 2. Yep, it is formation lap indeed. Ross, mate, you were flying there. I thought you messed up on that last turn. Oh, we're putting bets on Angel crashing out now. Is this what this league's come to? We're just putting bets on Angel. See if anyone skips through it and overtakes. No one overtake. You'll get penalised if you do. Set a decent pace. Swear there's an overtake there. Get them tyres warmed up. Oh, who's off track? That was Alpine, I think. It was. I think that may have been Stag. And Stag's overtaken. Yeah, that's fine. It was her original position. Oh, slowpokes. And the rest of the grid now are going to form up. See, them tyres are warmed up. And Harry with a good park up. Same with the two Red Bulls. They're disqualified. Never mind. Spoke too soon. And it looks like the final bit of the grid is the ones that are parking up. Take it, Tom. What's he going to do? Don't think he's going to make it. Good. Made it. And here we go. Tier 2, Season 2, Silverstone, 5 lights, and lights out. And away we go. Here we go. Harry leading the pack. The two Red Bulls second and third. Will slightly tapping Harry. And it looks like Will's going to try and contest for the first position 1. And he backs out last second. Good from Will. And for the most part, the Ferrari was pushed off track. And kick drive off the track as well. But Will now get P1, and Harry is in for a battle with Will heading into turn 7. And Tango is looking to climb the ranks, overtaking dead zone. You'll have Stag in P9. Angel P11, just out of point range. It's going to try and close that gap. And with the kick driver has nearly took one of the drivers off the track completely. Someone's got a warn for corner cutting. Head back up to the grid. Photogem taking P4, slowly climbing the ranks. And the Red Bull and Williams driver will be Wheel Staffy will win that exchange. And Tango was quickly climbing the ranks right behind Olaf. Olaf was tier 1 driver, didn't do too well in tier 1. Let's see what he can bring to tier 2. Will with the new fastest lap on medium tyres. And Tango, he's looking for that overtake on Olaf, but it looks like he's actually lost some time, so we'll head back to Tango in a second. Dead zone right behind Tango. And Tango will hit the hairpin, which is going to cost him some time. Is Dead zone going to capitalize on it? Deploying some ERS down here. It doesn't actually look like he's going to get him. Unfortunately, he didn't, but Raven right behind NT. Raven's going to try and contest with the two Haas drivers right behind the kick driver, chasing down like a pack of wolves, but there was a bit of a collision there. And TK Tom now chasing Stag down. Fiery will take P13 and Fort Jim will go up to P4, Tango P5, and now it looks like actually Dead Zone is now challenging Tango for P5. Who's that? I got a penalty. Jax, Angel, Lunatic with a penalty, the first one of the race. And Olaf solely. Hold on. Tango has just overtaken Gem and is now looking to hunt down Staffy. And for the most part, the grid is all together, so we've still got plenty of battles for plenty of laps remaining. 26 laps in this race. Will with enough fastest lap time, that's going to secure him some points. And you'll have Luke here right behind these three battling Fiery Beast Stag, and Luke constantly battling. Stag's going to go on the inside. He's going to get the position, and Luke going for what is a really good overtake, but wait there. A bit messy there. I think he did swerve into him. And Luke wins that exchange with a very daring overtake just into turn one. Very risky from Luke, but pays off. Very clean. Matthew last. And Harry is going to try and challenge Will again for P1. Get on board with Harry. Oh, he's gone off track. He just joined safely though. And Harry's going to lose some time here, but Maggots and Beckett's. This is where people get the penalties. And Angel with another penalty, and same with Stag and Matthew. Come back to them. We've got NT roll. Looks like one of the boards have been hit. But Tango's going to go into P3, but Staffy and Tango are now battling. And Tango's looks like he's going to actually have the race on, and Staffy's going to give way to him. They're still going wheel to wheel. Tango will win that exchange with Staffy. Staffy looking to come back. Alright, with a new fastest lap on softs. And Staffy just right behind him. He backs out last second. Very good decision from Staffy. And Staffy hunting have done like a pack of wolves, and he just goes very short. Oh! Gem with a very questionable attempt to go on the grass and overtake. That's going to cost Staffy some time. Now you'll see the grid change up a lot more here because of that challenge at Dead Zone. For some reason decided to take. But NT and Dead Zone are now battling. Going wheel to wheel in turn 17. Dead Zone looks like he's going to win that exchange with NT. And Staffy goes into P3. Gets his position back. Someone off the track again. And Tango looks like he's lost a lot of time, and he might just be out of DRS zone. He's gonna actually, yep, he's out of DRS zone, maybe? He's out of DRS zone now. Off dead zone. Now trying to apply the pressure at Olaf. Olaf seems to be keeping that pace up, but dead zone's gonna try and get the overtake, and he gets the overtake on Olaf. Dead Zone's going to win that one. But NT roll right behind the Aston driver Olaf. And there's going to be a bit of a slide there from Olaf. And it looks like NT is going to actually win that position due to it. Maybe not. And NT still trying to hunt down Olaf. But it actually looks like Harry's cutting down a lot of time on Will. And the battle seems to be up at the top of the grid with Will and Harry. But actually, Olaf and actually Angel's climbing the ranks. What the hell's going on? Angel now challenging Olaf for a position. These two both have penalties. And Angel is going to go for the overtake. He will win that overtake. He's going to regain that position on the racing line. Olaf challenging again. Olaf with another overtake. This is a battle for the ages. And heading into Maggots and Beckett. Is Angel going to pick another time penalty? It doesn't look like it. Angel going off track. He's going to lose some time to... Oh, never mind. But Angel from dead last to P7. Is he not coming? Yes, he has penalties, but he's still managing the battle. And he only has a 3 second, but Angel is going to get the overtake, but he just goes short of it again. Angel gets you. Oh my god, what is going on? Angel wins that exchange from Olaf. Really puts him in the dust there. But now you've got Ray. Oh, never mind. And the grid is starting to split up a hell of a lot more now, so you could see a chance of a safety car. But you've got NT battling with Olaf now. I mean, needs to wheel to wheel, but NT will win that one. And you'll see the bottom 4 pit now, which will probably be the most sensible maneuver to do, as the rest of the grid has to come in and pit. NT and Olaf now battling. NT is going to win that one. And actually, he's going to get some time on Olaf, a considerable amount of time just from one corner. And we head up at the top of the grid because it looks like Harry was cutting down time, but it seems to me that Will is now actually trying to pull away a bit. He keeps pulling away and then not pulling away. Tango and Staffy once battling side by side into turns 16 and 17, but it looks like Tango's actually going to go for the pit maneuver here. And Staffy goes in for a pit as well, so it looks to me... Actually, is it Staffy? No. Yeah, it's Staffy. Staffy and Tango going in for a pit here. The same with... Actually, I think the rest of the guys might be pitting now. But it looks like Will and Harry are going to try and stay out on this lap. And it's quite impressive how Harry now has managed to maintain this pace on Will with very old softs. Quite impressive. So we've got some really good talent here from Harry. And the grid's going to shift up a lot more with NT now going into pole position. I mean third, sorry. Florgem slowly coming up behind them. It's kind of gain time and losing time on him, but Staffy is now back on track. The same with Tango. Still a second gap. Actually, it's only 2 seconds now. And it's dead zone, and Luke now battling. Bit of a connection there. Loses a bit of time. But dead zone looking to have the better setup. Could get him on the straight here. And he's going to battle him for it though. And he's going to get the position P7 from Luke. And Harry's starting to lose a bit of time to Will, but this time it looks like Will and Harry are going to be able to pit. And looks like the battle is not stopping with these two. NT looking to get P1. First time in NT's driving career in Tier 2 that he will have P1 if he manages to get around these few turns very quickly. Gem slowly crept behind him. They were both very slow through turns 16 and 17, and NT and Gem now will take the position 1 and 2. TK Tom has just took P11 from Raven, and there's a battle here actually going behind here. And TK Tom and Raven now going, well, what was wheel to wheel. TK Tom now will actually, TK Tom will come out on that. Staffy goes into P3 and Will goes into P4. Raven slowly behind Tom. Does have the penalties, so this could hinder Raven a lot. What Raven has to do is he's going to have to actually overtake Tom and gap him by a considerable amount. I believe his penalties are 3 seconds. No, it's 6 seconds, so it's actually pointless. And Luke and Olaf will now battle one of the house drivers who went off track. That would have been Angel. And Angel right behind them. But actually, hold on. Tango is right behind Will with 5/10 behind him, and he is cutting that time down. Well, he was. And Angel's going to get the overtake now on Luke, taking the P9. And Angel's going wide here. Take your time for corner cutting. Gem's now going to pit. Taking Staffy into P2. But then you look. And Harry now behind, actually, Tango. I mean, Harry has actually been really challenging the whole grid here. He's been really picking up the pace. I mean, he'd done about 7 laps, I think it was, on soft. So it's quite impressive how someone can do it just upon joining the league. And T's going to get a penalty for that, which is a corner cut. See what his penalty is. 3 seconds. Staffy only has to cut down 3 more seconds to get within P1, which would be great for Staffy. Tango cutting down time down on Will, but Harry's slowly behind Tango. It's going to be a 3-way battle here for P3. And Angel and Olaf now battling. Will come back to Tango in the other straight. And a wheel in turn 7. Why has it changed? And Angel's still going to be able to get that position from Olaf, but Olaf is literally, he's not letting go in this position. He's really making sure. There's a bit of connection there from Angel, I believe that was. It was a bit of swerve. And Olaf, yet again, making some very good overtakes on Angel. And Harry, hold on, Harry is right behind Tango. Harry really pushing to get P4 from Tango. Heading into turn 17. Is this a straight? Harry gets Tango on. There's a lot of time to cut down. Harry can do it though. Not in this shape, but maybe the next one. And Harry's going to lose some time here. And Raven is now going to try and contest Stag for P12. Still not within point range, but trying his hardest. And Angel is right behind Olaf again. And they're both swerving all over the track, sliding all over. Angel and Olaf battling once again. And there's a collision. Oh, okay. Angel, what are you doing? I've just watched that back on my screen. He tapped Angel. Angel did tap Olaf. But Angel did send him into the barrier. Goodness me, Angel, man. What are you doing? And he got a penalty on the flipping heck, man. Just can't help him. He's got to try it through. Okay. And T is going for a pit stop. He's going to be into P1 now, and will it be P2? Actually, Staffy's pitting. So it'll be Will in P1 now, and Tango in P2. Did Angel send him into the wall there, Connor? Am I like tripping out? Because what happened, Olaf did swerve into Angel. And if Angel says something along the lines like, oh, you hit my car and I went that way, it would have been physically impossible. Angel should have went the opposite way, but he went in Olaf and took him into the barrier. So that's going to be a straight up penalty. It's going to be a hefty one as well. But we'll resume racing. The grid has shifted a lot. Will into P1, Harriet P2, and Tango into P3. And the grid is now even more split because everyone couldn't catch up. Tango was cutting down time on Harry, but doesn't seem to be anymore. Well, he is a little bit now. Literally, the only battle is E3. The only battle is E3 now. Penny and he has wild. Harry and Will still trying to get... Harry's still trying to get the battle on. Will trying to get P1. Harry's cutting down some time, but he is losing time on the straight, so it seems to be like Harry's setup is quicker in the corners. Tango's catching up considerably as well. The rest of the grid is absolutely miles apart. Harry's just right behind Will now. He might have him here if he deploys the OS. You're tired. Tango hitting Herpins a lot. Will's actually catching. Harry's actually catching Will here. Oh, nearly. Has Angel retired on track? Does anyone know? I don't know. I'm going to talk to them about his position now because he's literally deliberately tried taking Olaf out and it's messed him up. So, see what happens with him after this race because I've got a funny feeling he won't be in. Into... Oh. Don't know what's happened there. Dead zone roll now is going to start battling any second. And Staffy's actually catching up at dead zone. He's catching up quite quick. Hold on. Harry's right behind Will. I've got some sort of curse where people catch up and when I spectate them and start losing loads of time. Where Jem and Luke now, we're going to battle. I've got some sort of curse. It's confirmed. Yeah, it's flipping heck. Guess I'll just stick with Will for now. Yeah. Oh my god, there's a freeway battle in Maggots and Beckett's. Oh no. It's a bit of collision there with the Williams into the kick. And the Williams, look, it's going to go on the outside of both vehicles, but it doesn't seem to get it. A bit of a slow setup there. And Fiery B goes off track, and he nearly... Whoa, okay, right. I've got that on stream as well. And now Luke and Jem will now be within point range. And it looks like Harry is catching. Tango's caught him by a lot. I think tyre wear is starting to play into Harry's tyres now. See, because Tango's now on the hard, so he's going to be able to catch him. And Tango's cutting down a lot of time on Harry. And looks like it's going to go on the inside. And it's a collision. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. A bit of a poor challenge. Staffy now goes into P5. Now chasing down NT for P4. He will now soon contest Tango. And he goes off track. Oh dear. Staffy needs to remember NT has a penalty, so he will get that position. He just needs to keep his time. He's within the range. He's basically P4. Staffy heavy into the turn, keeping all of his speed. Why isn't that on again? And this will be where Staffy gets the DRS and ERS. And Staffy begins to deploy both. And he's not going to have him here. But the next straight is where he could have him. Staffy's going to deploy once again. Down into turn 9. Staffy chasing him down. And they're heading into Maggots and Beckett. I wouldn't recommend taking over here. Have him on the straight with the DRS. You've got plenty of time. And Staffy's not going to deploy both. And Staffy's going to end up getting this position from NT. And it's going to be very close. Staffy gets the position from NT. Secures P4. Now it's time to chase down Tango. With a 2-second gap. And Tango's actually going to pit. Tango's now pitted. Staffy back into P3. NT losing time on Staffy as well. The next person that we could potentially spectate is Jem. Jem's now chasing down Luke into just out of Maggots and Beckett. Down the straight. Got no ERS, but DRS. And he's going to go on the inside. There's a bit of a swerve there, almost colliding with Jem. Luke needs to be careful for that. And TK Tom will now take his Roy teammate, Tango, to at the pit. And the battle is still on for Jem because he is still maintaining that pace. And he goes wide. He's going to lose some speed on there. Bit of a slide there from Luke. This is when overtake's going to happen. ERS and DRS. He's built up a lot of ERS here. He's going to activate his ERS and DRS. He looks like he's going to completely deplete it, but I wouldn't recommend that because you're not going to catch him. And there's a bit of a corner cut there from Luke. And it's still going to cost some time. And Jem, it looks like we're going to come back to him because they're going through Maggots and Beckett, so I don't think he's going to actually catch him on there. Staffy with an 11-second gap, but for Staffy, Paul is actually ideal. But now NT is going to try and challenge Staffy for Paul. And into turn 2. NT catching Staffy very slowly but surely, and he will be within DRS zone. Staffy does slide a little bit there. And Tango will overtake his teammate again due to a pit strategy that TK Thomas choosing to do. But NT is going to catch Staffy. And they're wheel to wheel going into the turn. And there's a bit of a collision. And there's a block. And oh my goodness, there's a lock up. And they both flick their cars around. And NT will now... Never mind, he won't get it because of ghosting. Staffy still keeps P3. And Staffy deploying nearly all of his ERS down here. Not ideal for the main straight. And NT still challenging. And NT will get that position. Staffy heading into Maggots and Beckett. I don't know why he's still on ghosting for. It's a bit concerned. Staffy left. Need to be invited back. There you go. I'll head back with them. Actually, your AI is actually catching him. I can't actually see you overtake him. Stick on board with Staffy because he may come back and he may actually. Oh, yeah. Fiery B was about to overtake Olaf. Olaf shooting into the turn. Tango with the new fastest lap of the race. 1 minute 30. And Fiery B is challenging Olaf for P11. I need to place both ERS and DRS. And Fiery B actually hits grass and he slides off the track. Staffy's lost a lot of time to NT, but he is going to be within DRS zone. Staffy is stronger in these turns. And Staffy is cut down from 1 second to 5 tenths, and out of 4 tenths. And Staffy's going to be within DRS and ERS zone. Staffy needs to deploy both to get the overtake. And he's not going to do it, unfortunately, but he is within range now to catch him. Staffy is just hunting NT down. There's a bit of a slide there. It's going to cost him some time, but he can get it back. He is stronger in these turns as well. He is very good at Silverstone. Remember, NT has a time penalty which will take Staffy automatically in P1 now, due to a strategy that Will and Harry are doing. And you can see on the tyres of Staffy's vehicle that the tyres are now starting to wear off a hell of a lot. So is Staffy going to try and keep these tyres still in the race, or is he going to pit? Staffy's going to try to overtake again on the inside, see if it works this time. Going wheel to wheel. There's still wheel into turn 7. NT looks like he's going to get that position back. Actually, there's still wheel to wheel. Staffy just riding on the herb, and he's going to have the outside. He's going to be able to get the overtake, I think. Heading off track. Staffy P1. NT loses the battle that lasted 2 corners. Staffy with a 3-second time penalty. Staffy's still in P1 though. There's no need to worry just yet. But NT is going to be able to have DRS and ERS done as well. And same with Will. Will is now going to try and challenge NT, and Will win that. Staffy going for a pit. The same as NT. Will regain P1. Harry into P2. And Harry, second behind Will, can cut down the time. Tango goes back into P3. This grid has shifted up a hell of a lot during this race. Only 6 more laps left of the race to go. Who will be the winner of Silverstone? Staffy still in the pits. And the rest of the grid is very far back. TK Tom was once feeling confident about Silverstone due to an open lobby yesterday. Now it's P7. Still got a long way to climb in 6 laps. So can TK Tom secure more points? That is the question. Staffy back out on track now. And Staffy's going to deploy his ERS and DRS with 50% remaining. Going to save some for the next straight. And he's pitted for the medium tyres, which is ideal. And it looks like the kick driver has pitted for mediums as well. Staffy's lost a lot of time there, but he needs to be stronger through Maggots and Beckett here. Be careful for the corners. That will give you penalties. Staffy goes off track. Rejoins at the right time, but now Dead Zone is going to catch up, and Staffy through Maggots and Beckett. Is there going to be enough time penalty? No, there's not. He's going to have DRS on NT. Both cars need to go completely off track. That'll be the Red Bull and the Alpine. And Will with the new fastest lap. Staffy lost a lot of time. I think that's due to the rubber not being warmed up on his car. And Staffy's going in for a pit again. Not too sure what's happened there. It's a bit concerning with 5 laps after the race. And T will now regain P4 with no ERS. TK Tom at P6. This has worked out for TK Tom. Stag at P8. Stag not dead last, which is good. And the only 2 people on the grid that don't have a penalty is actually Harry and Will, which is really impressive. And their battles have been really good. But Dead Zone is still chasing down NT into turn 7. And he's going to start cutting down time here. This is when ERS will play a major factor, but he isn't going to deploy it for some weird reason. Start deploying down that straight, please. You deployed in the wrong bloody spot. Olaf now behind Matthew, the Mercedes driver. He's got DRS and ERS. He's going to go wheel to wheel into turn 6, and he's going to actually get the overtake. But now there's a switch up from the Mercedes, but it didn't go through very well due to the sliding. Olaf now in point range. 24-second gap to Staff. You don't think that's physically possible, but he will try nonetheless. And Matthew goes off track and just starts losing a lot more time on him now. He's just out of DRS range now. He can't seem to hit these apexes properly. And Matthew's going to get another penalty for that one. And a lot of the grid now are separated by 1 second, 8 seconds, 18 seconds. There is a lot of gaps. But Dead Zone catching up to NT. Heading into turn 7. This is where a lot of the battles have went down so far. Dead Zone's not going to catch him there. He's going to start gaining time. Not Harry. Dead Zone's still not deploying down that straight. That's going to hinder him a lot. Like, that's why he's not getting P4. He needs to actually start deploying down that straight. Nonetheless, he still has DRS and ERS. He's going to start deploying down here, down into the ERS and DRS zone. And he's going to start cutting down a little bit of time. Not too much, but it's going to help him in the next few laps. There's only 3 laps remaining in the race. Now we'll head back to the top of the grid where Harry and Will still battling. They've been battling consistently the whole race, pitting at the same time. This has been a battle for the ages in Tier 2. I mean, this is absolutely outstanding. The amount of battles we've had in Silverstone today has been absolutely amazing. But Harry is still seem to struggle on the hard compound, and Will also on the hard compound. I think the reason why Staffy with a new fastest lap on softs, that's going to secure Red Bull another point. And I believe Staffy's looking to get a few more positions now for the last 3 laps of the race. We'll see what Staffy can pull out. He pitted. I don't know why. I actually don't know. I think he might have wing damage. Dead Zone cutting down the time to NT again into turn 1, 9 even. Oh, he lost a lot of time there. Staffy into turn 9. He's going to look to overtake Stag, and he's going to get the overtake very cleanly. Nicely done from Staffy. Now chasing down not Luke. And the Maggots of Beckett. This is where Staffy picked up his penalty initially. He's going to do that nice and swiftly. Head slightly off track, and he's going to be within DRS though. 2 more laps of the race remain, and Staffy needs to pull this out now. This could be the generational maneuver from Staffy. And Staffy right behind it's not Luke. He's going to look to go on the inside, and he's going to get that inside take. But then there's a switch up from Luke. Very risky business from Staffy. But Staffy's still within the battle of P6, and he's going to get... Never mind, he doesn't get position. I don't want to cause and coast. And Staffy hard on the brakes. Nearly collides with Luke. And this is where Staffy's going to try to go for the inside, but he taps a bit of the wheel. Staffy is going to deploy DRS and ERS now. This is where Staffy is strongest. He does overtake a lot of people here, but he doesn't get enough speed to get the overtake. 2 more laps of the race remain, and is Staffy going to do it? And Staffy deploying ERS down the straight. Yeah, he needs to be careful how much he's using. And he goes off track again. Staffy heading into Maggots and Beckett's. And Staffy within DRS range. This is where Staffy's going to overtake him. Staffy not deploying DRS, but then he turns DRS back on. Goes off for the overtake. Gets the overtake on Luke. Now it comes to take it. Tom, can he cut down a whole 5 seconds in this lap? I don't think he can, but he's still going to try. And Harry right behind Will again. The last lap of the race remaining. Actually, last 2, sorry. See who got that penalty. Bloody hell. Harry's starting to lose time into turn 30. And actually, it's only 6 seconds, 11 seconds actually. And we'll just stick on board of Will because he has actually lapped someone. Angel, DNF, and Raven with a disqualification. It's unfortunate for Raven. But Will start the final lap of his race, the same as Harry. If Harry can pull out the overtake here, this will be absolutely generational for Harry. But nonetheless, Harry has done absolutely amazing for his first race in Tier 2. Really showing the good what he's capable of. And it's not Luke. Staffy off track. Not too sure what's happened there. Staffy loses P8 for the last lap of the race. It's unfortunate for Staffy. And we're heading into turn 10. Into turn 11 now. Into turn 12. Staffy's lost a lot of time. Wonder what's happened there. And the last final turns, turn 16 and 17 for Will. Will look to be your race winner at Silverstone, Tier 2 Hyperdrive round 11 or 10, 1 or 2. Will win. Harry will be second. Tango will be third. 13 seconds behind. Thank you for followers. And Tango will cross the line next. NT will be the next one to cross the line. Unfortunate for Staffy, he did lose another position to Stag. It's rather unfortunate for Staffy. He's had a really good race. I think just it come down to the pit maneuver. NT next to cross the line. Dead zone soon to follow with a hefty amount of time penalties, which will take pit time to pace 5. I believe. Yep, top P5. It's not Luke. Goes off track and lets Stag past. And actually, Staffy may catch him. Alright, so I can actually... The next person across the lane will be Stag. Stag, P7, well done, Stag. It's not Luke, will be next. Staffy will be next. Staffy into P7. Staffy goes to P7. And the next two will be Olaf and Jem. Olaf, rather unfortunate for you, buddy. Angel will be getting dealt with because I'd seen that with Olaf and Angel. Angel just deliberately tried crashing him out, so that needs to be talked about. I'm going to talk to Tom and all that, so... And there is your winners here. The top three, the Red Bull, McLaren and Ferrari driver, which will be Will, Harry and Tango. What a race from these three. Absolutely amazing racing. Didn't expect anything less. Harry, well done on your debut. That was absolutely amazing, mate. Keep it up. An absolutely amazing race in general for everyone. There was loads of overtakes, loads of battles. Very, very clean for the most part. Well done, everyone.